Adán from Televisa Cine, who did the same on his side, and it was Lionsgate and Televisa that financed this movie. And we had 3 great co-producers, Paul Perez, Jennifer Booth, and Ron Bass, who all contributed in different ways to the making of this film. And most specifically, I want to thank our producing team. There were 5 of us who made this movie, and it's like a shotgun wedding every time you make a film. You never know if you're going to get along, and we had an amazing experience. Rick Jacobs, who not only produced but he also repped Josh Davis, and has been with the story for 10 years. So to see this come to fruition is amazing. And his partner, David Alpert. These guys have an insight into a screenwriter who had 1 spec script, unproduced, to her name. They chose her to write this story. Nobody would have thought that except these 2 guys. They're very brilliant. She delivered an amazing, amazing script. And that's what great producers do, and I'll let Sean talk more about her. And then also George Lopez and Leslie Collins Small, who are partners in the company. They had a deal with Pantaleon, and Leslie would always come into my office, and we'd pitch ideas, and when this came in the door, they immediately read it and got behind it, and George decided to start it, and that's really what initiated this whole process. So that's kind of great. So thank you guys, and if everybody can stand up who I just mentioned, please, so we can give you all a round of applause. When you're a producer, you often use stories to try to sell your movie, first to the studio and then to the agents and managers and so on and so forth. And one story that I always like to tell, to talk about this movie, was my great-grandfather, who came from Russia to the States, and he became a bagel maker. And he didn't own the bagels that he made. He actually made them for somebody else, and he did this his whole life. And he came here to make a better life for his children, and he was able to make enough of give enough of a foothold to his son, my grandfather, for him to be able to become a modestly successful businessman. And with that modest success, he was able to send my uncle and my father to school. They went to the University of Pennsylvania, and they both became very prominent lawyers. And through that, my cousins and my brothers and sisters and myself were all able to go to college. And here I am producing a movie in Hollywood. And that story is really not a family story. It's an American story. It's all of our stories. And this story today is not a Latino story. It's an American story. Yeah. And it's the story that we need to tell. Because when you see these Latinos coming in, this is not a problem. This is us seeing our heritage. We're seeing our past in the present tense. When you see that woman who's vacuuming the halls in your office late at night and she doesn't speak English, she's there because she wants to give her children a better future. And she's your grandmother, she's your great-grandmother. That's what this story is really about. And so it doesn't really matter where you fall on the political spectrum about immigration reform. I don't think you can look into the future of this country without looking backwards and where we all came from. And not only does the movie capture that in a great way, it's really fucking entertaining. Excuse me. All the children. So with that, I want to introduce one person, and he is our captain on this movie, Sean McNamara. And Sean is like a 10-year-old child. And life to him is so amazing. Everything is amazing. And he's constantly blown away by the little things and the big things, and he can't believe he's making movies, and he can't believe he's in Hollywood, he can't, and he's made 25 films now, and he's still that way. And in the course of the couple years that we've been working together, I've never heard him utter a negative thing about anybody, and in Hollywood that's extremely rare. And Sean, that optimism that he really lives in his life, and he really walks the walk, it's what he imbues in all of his films. And it's what he did with this movie. And so I want to introduce you to the biggest 10-year-old you will ever see.
No, don't leave. Just stay here for a second. I just wanted to say, this man, all the cool shots. This guy shot the second unit direction in Arizona and all the cool stuff. So I just wanted you to know it. And you guys are kind of serious tonight, so I thought, we should say something serious. I'm not Hispanic, but my family's here tonight. We're all descendants of Ireland, so immigrants from our grandparents are here. I got Colleen, Nancy, Eileen, Maureen, Kathleen, and my brother Michael. They're here. Anyway, I thought we should do one more serious thing. Every time you're with me, it's the funniest thing. We take selfies. So let's do the ultimate selfie. Turn around. Everybody scream spare parts on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, there you go. Okay, thank you, brother. Okay, so I just want to thank a couple of people before we go, and I promise I'll be fast. And if you could just stand, and if I miss somebody, you got to stand and yell out your name. Here we go. Rich Wong, our DP, is here. Awesome. Jennifer Booth, our line producer. Rob Wilson King, our production designer. Maisie Hoy, our editor. Let's see. I'd like to stand up. Make sure you take a bow. Am I missing? Who am I missing here? Is everybody here who worked on the crew? Can you stand up? Did I miss you? Everybody? Okay. Now I'm going to get to our amazing actors. If our actors can stand up, your names are going to show up on the screen, and we've seen you on the red carpet, but Alexa, Carlos, David, Jose, and Oscar. George Lopez, Jamie Curtis, Marissa Tomei, Aubrey Miller, Lisa Morales, Stephen, Michael Caseta, and all of our other actors that are here. Rami, everybody here, please stand up. And you mentioned Joshua Davis, who wrote the Wired magazine article, La Vida Robot. It's amazing. We're all here because of him. And Alyssa Matsueda, she wrote the screenplay. Where are you, Alyssa? All right. David Brookwell, my partner, shot all the underwater sequences. Thank you, David. All right, now have I gotten through all the crew and actors? If there's somebody missing, because this is why I write it down, but if I missed somebody, did I miss somebody? If I did, okay, we're good. All right. So we're here now for there's 2 more gentlemen that are here tonight that turned into George Lopez. They are who he portrays. Alan Cameron and Fredi are here from Arizona. Please stand up. There you are. And this is based on our 4 boys who you're going to meet: Oscar Vasquez, Lorenzo Santillan, Luis Arnada, and Christian. Our second, he's here tonight. Where's Christian? There he is, up in the middle, Christian. All right, and Christina and my boys were here, and she might be back already, but thank you for putting up through this craziness. And seriously, JC can too. Yes, he was just added to the list here. JC, thank you. Where are you? Stand up. Where is he? Oh, there you are, okay. Anybody else? You gotta help me out here. There we go, all right. And without further ado, if I haven't missed anybody, Oscar Gutierrez. All the actors, are you here? Stand up, where's Oscar? There he is, playing Luis. And I got Alexa, all the other actors stood up, right? All right, here we go. Let's move on to the movie. Enjoy Spare Parts, everybody.